Hi guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing well and you're enjoying your summer vacations. Do you remember what our memory verse was last week? Let's go over that. Our memory verse from last week is be strong and brave to lead God's people. Joshua 1:6. Be strong and brave to lead God's people. Joshua 1:6. Did you play Follow the Leader last week? How did that go? Did you have fun? Okay, this week's lesson is about spies. It's going to be an interesting story. The name of this lesson is called The Rope. The Rope. All right. Let's sit back and relax and put our listening ears on and let's listen to the story. Here we go. God's people were near the land the Lord had promised to give them. Joshua was excited and ready to lead them across the Jordan River to go to their new home. Joshua told two of his best soldiers, cross the river and look over the land. Go to the city of Jericho and learn about the people. But don't let anyone find out what you're doing. Then come back here and tell me what you find. The two spies were brave. They crossed the river and walked through the land. They entered the city gates into Jericho. They went into the house of a woman named Rahab. But someone saw the spies go into Rahab's house. Someone told the king of Jericho. The king was very angry. Bring those two men out of your house, he said to Rahab. They are our enemies. We know they have come to spy on our city. Rahab told the king, yes, these men came here early today, but now they are gone. They left just before dark. Go quickly, you might be able to catch them before they cross the river. But the spies were really hiding on the roof of Rahab's house. Rahab had kept the men safe from the king. When the king was gone, Rahab said to the spies, I know that the Lord will give you this land. All the people in Jericho are afraid of you. We have heard that God has done great things for you. I believe the Lord rules in heaven and on earth. Then Rahab asked the spies, since I helped hide you from the king, please help me. When your people come to Jericho, don't harm me or my family. Please protect us from your soldiers. The spies said to Rahab, yes, we will keep you and your family safe. Tie this red ribbon in your window. We will not harm anyone inside this home. The spies used a rope to climb down to the ground outside the city. They hid in the hills for 3 days. When the spies went back, they were happy. They told Joshua that Rahab believed in the Lord. They told him that the people in Jericho were afraid of God's people. Now Joshua knew that the Lord would help them win the land he had promised. Okay, to summarize the story. Go explore Jericho, Joshua told two men. Don't let anyone catch you spying. The spies sneaked into the city and stayed at Rahab's house. Soldiers looked everywhere, but they didn't find the spies. Rahab had hidden them on her roof. Your God is great and almighty, Rahab told the spies. When he gives you this land, please protect my family. Tie this red rope in your window, they replied. Everyone inside the house will be safe. Then the spies climbed down the wall. They reported to Joshua, the Lord will give us Jericho. Okay. So let's go over our questions. So how many soldiers did Joshua send to spy out the land? Do you remember? How many soldiers did Joshua send to spy out the land? What city did the spies go to? What city did the spies go to? Who helped to hide the spies from King of Jericho? Who helped hide the spies from the king of Jericho? And what did Rahab tie to her window so her family would be safe? What did Rahab tie to her window so her family would be safe? Okay. Alright, so for your little craft, you're going to receive two little wires, and you're going to twist them together to make a rope. So just twist it around to make a rope, just like Rahab's rope. Okay. So this time I want you to get your sheet with your stickers and take the stickers off and put where you think they should go. And just follow the pattern of the colors. Alright. And then your next sheet is called Helping Out. Helping Out. Draw a line to match the picture that shows ways to help people in need. So just draw a line to match the pictures that show ways to help people in need. So how can you help people? You can carry their groceries, you can put a Band-Aid on, you can help somebody get dressed. So just draw a line to the picture that shows the way you help people in need. Okay. And then you also have your coloring. You can see the men, the spies going up to the roof. Okay. So, also, have you ever played the game called I Spy? I spy something yellow, and you have to guess what I see. And I spy something purple or whatever color. So you can play that with your parents. Also, the songs that we need to sing with our parents, of course, our BIBLE song that we sing in class. Serve Him, a helper I will be, do for others, and love one another. So what do you do around your house to help? Do you help with the dishes? Do you help clean up your toys? How are you a help to others? Okay, so our discipleship story is called Breakfast in the Park. Breakfast in the Park. So let's see what CY is up to today. CY woke up when he felt his dad shaking him. Wake up, CY. CY pulled his blanket over his head. It's too early, Dad. Mr. Young laughed and pulled the blanket back down. Too early for what? Come on, we still need to pick up Paul. CY groaned and got out of bed to brush his teeth. He had been dreading this morning all week. Normally on Saturday mornings, he would sleep late, eat breakfast in his pajamas, and watch cartoons with his sister. But this Saturday morning was different. Bundle up, CY, his dad called. It's very cold outside. CY groaned again. Today, CY's dad was taking Paul and CY to the park to help serve breakfast to people who were very, very poor. CY's dad had told them the most of the people were so poor they didn't even have a home to live in. CY didn't like getting up early in the morning, especially when it was so cold. But there was another reason why CY had been dreading this morning all week long. CY wasn't so sure that he wanted to spend the morning with people who were poor. As he and his dad drove to pick up Paul, CY explained, I just don't see why I couldn't sleep late today, Dad. Mr. Young replied, see why you sleep late almost every Saturday morning, but today we're going to do something different. It is very important to help people with special needs. C.Y. yawned. He didn't understand why it was so important to help. Paul was excited to be awake and to be helped serve breakfast to the poor people. This is going to be lots of fun, C.Y., he said as he got into the car. Sure, if you say so, C.Y. answered. He didn't sound so sure. When they arrived, lots of people were already waiting in line to be served breakfast. Tables had been set up all around the park. Mr. Young led Paul and C.Y. around the park to the workers' tent. When he found out what their jobs would be, he took them over to a cart full of pitchers of orange juice. Okay, boys, said Mr. Young, your job will be to make sure that everyone has enough orange juice. So just carry the pitcher around, and if people ask you for more, fill up their cups. You can even work together, okay? Sure thing, Mr. Young, answered Paul. C.Y. and Paul walked around the park with a pitcher of juice, filling up people's cups. As they walked, C.Y. and Paul, why are we out here today? What do you mean, Paul wondered. Well, I'd rather be home watching cartoons, C.Y. answered. I think that would be more fun than spending time helping a bunch of poor people. Don't you think that they're kind of, weird? Because they're poor, said Paul. No, I don't think that they're weird because they're poor. I think that they're just like us, and there's a very good reason to help people who are in need. Really? What is that? C.Y. asked. Because God tells us to help others who don't have the things we have, Paul explained. God says that when we help people who are in need, we're showing how much we love them. Just then, C.Y. noticed that Paul was pouring the last of the juice for a little boy who was their age. Hey, I know him from school, thought C.Y. He's not weird. Suddenly, showing God's love seemed lots more fun. Wow, said C.Y. Showing God how much we love him sounds like a great reason to miss Saturday cartoons. He looked at Paul's empty pitcher. Let's go get another pitcher of juice and show God how much we love him. Great idea, C.Y., said Paul as they ran across the park. All right. So why did C.Y.'s dad wake him up one Saturday morning early? Why did he wake him up early? To whom were Paul, C.Y., and Mr. Young serving breakfast? To whom were they serving breakfast? And how does God want us to treat people who have less than we do? How does God want us to treat people who have less than we do? Okay. That was a good lesson today. Okay, well that is all that I have today. I hope that you are helping each other. I hope you are not fighting with your brother or sister. I hope you're doing what you're supposed to. And you guys have a good week and stay safe. And I love you.